And welcome to Key West for the 42nd Annual World Championship Races presented by Performance Boat Center. Todd Swafford here from Race World Offshore, along with Eric Colby from Speed on the Water. Billy Shipley of Team Woody joins us. As you could see on the live stream, the big bracketed boats got underway first before we can get on the radio here locally. Bracketed 2, 3, and 4. Now the 5, 6, and 7 boats are going to come up and start. So we're racing here in Key West. Welcome, gentlemen, to the World Championships.
Good morning, Todd.
Great to be here.
It's a beautiful day in Key West. The weather has really settled down nicely. I think it's going to be a fantastic day all day long. We have the Class 1 and Mod Bs coming up after this race. Nearly 30 boats out here racing today in the bracketed class. Great showing from our bracketed teams here in Key West. And here's our second start.
This looks like Justice League and Predator. That we have the camera on now, battling for the lead in the bracket 200. That's the new Phantom for Justice League.
Yeah, it's a 38 Phantom. They've got the motors and drives and stuff out of the old cigarette.
Harpoon Harry's is down. That's the old Wada and Jason Saris' boat.
All right, we see our lead boats. There is your Predator team.
And Predator is the drivers Dean Stallman, Throttleman Nate Hunt, and a brand new navigator, Matt Petrosky, getting the ride of his life in the World Championships.
Yeah, it looks like, is that the Justice League team?
Yep, Justice League is a brand new 39 Phantom. Don Urfer is driving, Richard Davis on the throttles, and Corey Chantry in the back seat hanging on.
Just have the nose past Predator. OC Racing
and the Bat Boat.
In the Bat Boat running second and third.
There's the Herb Oxen board.
Simmons Marine, Butt Rack. Team Woody Racing coming in third, class 400.
So our bracket 200s and 400s coming through. There's Woody.
There's Woody and 400. Yeah, we're just going to get this sorted out. You know, we're getting a little bit of a late start. Allied Construction, the former Shocker, was just sold, and they have a brand new driver, never raced before in that boat.
Yeah, on the Allied boat. I don't see MSR.
Yeah, Control Freak is down by the second turn in the middle of the course, and so is Harpoon Harry's. Looks like it's trying to get back on plane. That's not what we're seeing on the camera. We're just trying to keep everybody apprised of what's going on the course.
So in the turn in the harbor, the Predator, with all of that extra load up with the blower motors, got around Justice League.
Justice League, they're staying with them, man. They got big power in that boat, too.
They did. Coming out of the turn, though, they did take the lead back, but it does look like Justice League is chasing them back down.
And here's the battle for the lead in bracket 500 on our screen right now. It looks like Freebird, the youngsters, with Ryan Stallman and Reef Delanos were taking the lead there. And now we're back to the bigger boats in the bracket.
Looks like in Class 4, Simmons is in the front. It looks like the Allied boat went down. They're down in turn 3. They're not turned over. They're in the middle of the course, and then it puts Team Woody in second place in the Levy Craft.
Good shot of that. The Bat boat heading out towards turn 1 definitely lives up to its name.
I was wrong about that. That Allied boat is still coming back there, the Phantom, 30 Phantom.
All right, so
and here's Freebird leading over Main Street from Buffalo, New York. And Stan Coleman Turk in the X-Insurance boat in third.
Bronx Phantom in
fourth.
And fourth, and Bulletproof in fifth. Yep. And here comes 524 Sweat Equerry. All 6 of those boats pretty close to the pack as they come around after lap number 1. They'll be running 5 laps here today. Bracket class 200 will be running 5 laps. The 400 boats also running 5 laps. Bracket 700 running 6 laps, as well as the X and the bracket 6. Now there comes X Insurance and one of the Statement Marine boats, followed by another one of the Statement Marine boats. And then the H-Craft 769 Jackhammer and the 747 Statement Marine.
Got the 744 Jackhammer boat with a brand new driver in there. Connor's driving, first time racing.
Billy, welcome to the broadcast. We're sorry to see you not in the boat, but you're expecting to be in the Team Woody boat, the Levy Craft, on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to be in there Friday, Chad and I. We, we thought the fountain would be ready from the damage at Clearwater, and it wasn't, so we invited Jesse and Brad to come down here, and so, we just went ahead and put them there today and watch them race and be some spectators. But, man, once they took off in this water, I sure wished I was out there in it.
And this is the Predator still opening up its lead.
That's lap 2.
In lap 2. Justice League pulling in.
Yeah, they're pulling in.
Yeah. Now you can see
Powerboat running in third, OC Racing in second, but now they're going to move up with the Justice League.
Yeah, the Justice League, when I saw it pull into the center of the course, there was only water coming out of one side.
Yeah, they had problems. They had problems yesterday with the fuel pump in that boat, and they thought they had it fixed. Looks like the hatch is coming up.
Powerboat Racing in fourth. Here comes the Simmons Marine.
They just put that boat together, that Justice League, so you never know what's going on in there. There could be a hose or anything in that thing.
Simmons Marine running first overall in bracket class 400. Quite a substantial lead. They've got the engine cowlings up and trying to sort out what's going on in there. We're just underway bracket class racing for the 42nd annual Key West World Championships. Thanks for joining us here on the Zone 97.7 Sports Radio from the Porte Performance broadcast booth, and also at Race World Offshore's live stream, which is brought to you by Maximum Inflation. Look at the Predator heading back out to lap number 1. Here comes Team Woody. They're running in second. Tell us about the team in there.
You know, that's Jesse Smith just driving the boat. He formerly was Deception Racing in Class 6, and then we got Brad Wade on the throttles. He raced with Jackhammer, and then he raced a few races with the Historic boat, the old Shadow Pirates boat. And he raced our boat, actually. Him and Jeff Muehlhausen raced it together a few times. So they're not rookies in there. They're just rookies to that boat. And if anybody knows that boat, you know that being a rookie in that Lady Craft is it's a full-time job in that canopy.
All right, we're off of the leaders here, just passing by. For those watching the race here locally, Allied Offshore just came by in front of the start-finish line in third after lap number 2. We're back to the action coming down
500
in front of the Monster Energy fan zone, in front of the local fans here at the outer mold at the Truman Annex.
And the youngsters in Freebird have moved up. They moved up from 600 to 500. They're bracketed at 75 miles an hour, and they're taking the lead.
The BudRx.com under tow in the middle of the field.
I think they just picked that boat up from Bruce Baker's shop last week, so there's no telling what kind of power they're running in that 544 right now.
Yeah, so back to the action in front of us. The live stream is following between 1 and 2. That was Freebird, followed by Main Streak and X Insurance. You're holding.
Let's not count those guys in that 501 boat out. JJ Turk and Michael Stancombe. They'll sneak around you in a heartbeat and be in first place before you know it.
Looking again to another broken down boat in the middle of the infield. We just saw Bulletproof.
That's the Scratch and Sniff, the X class.
Yeah, that's the UIM Class 3. We're going to try and get back to the, there's the action coming back from turn number 2 out at Fort Zachary Taylor. And I think that
this is the Sweat Equity boat on camera now.
All six, excuse me, of the bracket 500 boats are running real well. We haven't had anybody drop out. We've had several dropouts in 2 of the other classes. So there's Sweat Equity.
I think the boat that we saw, the Justice League, JW just showed us that they might actually be taking on water and having some issues in the infield, so hopefully they get to it. And here's Predator again.
They're coming around. These two are not in class together. Powerboat now up to second.
Yep.
In class 200, so Predator now overall number 1.
There was that battle in class 5, 1, 2, and 3 over there.
We just saw OC Racing passes here. They're running in third. Now we're back to the action in class 500.
And Billy called it. X Insurance and Mean Streak are having quite a battle here on the camera, heading out to turn 2, or turn 1 rather.
Looks like Little X Insurance in Class 7 is running in first place currently right now also. That's a good battle in the back there between Mean Streak and X Insurance Class 5. Those guys are trying to run down Freebird out there, but he's dialed that thing in today. Look at that thing go. From a 6 boat to a 5 to perform like that, that's awesome.
And Mean Streak is the only other lady craft. That's a West Coast built boat.
No, it's a DCB.
Oh, that's a DCB, that's right.
29 DCB, yes sir.
And they've had all kinds of power in that boat.
But yeah, both of them are California
years.
boats, both West Coast.
Yeah, we just saw the leader in bracket 500, Predator, go off the camera. Now back to your overall leader in class 200, bracket class 200. That's a Team Predator.
And that's a Cadillac ride today.
Yeah, that Batman boat's a Cadillac at 90 miles an hour. I've raced that thing several times in our fountain, and he turns with that rudder, and it turns on a dime. You don't have to slow down for the turns at all. So.
And here's Billy's boat on camera now, the Team Woody boat.
They are looking good. They got a little heavy in the front, but it looks like they're catching on. Brad's got it trimmed up just right, so I was telling him everything I knew about that boat, and it's a lot of information I was trying to share with him. Obviously, I talk fast, and so I don't know if they got it all or not, but it looks good.
So they're still holding second.
Yeah, we're happy with second place in that boat against these twin-engine number 4 boats. Sounds good, too. Me and Chad are going to get in there Friday and race it.
That's Keeter Racing Engines, right?
That's Tommy Keeter, so that's a 598 dry sump motor in there. It's a beast. We put it in 2021 here at Key West. We ran it the first time, and it's making some good power in there. That boat's fast. Allied looks great too for a rookie driver. That guy's doing a really good job.
Yep.
Back out near Fort Zachary Taylor and see some
Here comes Freebird again.
From the Freebird team.
Ryan Stallman is the son of the owner of Predator, and Reef Delanos is his partner in the boat. A couple of second generation.
I'm not sure if he's trying to race Class 5 or if he's actually just trying to stay in front of his dad in that Predator boat, not let him lap it.
Hey, good luck with that, gentlemen.
They're coming on them quick. Man, I hated that Cigarette Justice League went down, or I guess it's just Justice League Phantom now.
That's right.
Man, that was a good race going on there.
Yeah, there they are. Freebird, your overall leader in 500 class, followed now by the X Insurance team.
So Billy called that. Michael and JJ are working their way up.
They better not let off in that Freebird because they'll get them too if they're not careful.
And this is, it
Bronx
says,
Phantom.
It says Marker 1 Marine because the Winoskis moved to Sarasota and opened a service business at Marker 1.
But that is Marker 1 from Mark Neiman over there in Sarasota off of Orange Street.
That's the number 2 boat in Class 200. The Batman.
Batman is making a charge.
They're catching him in those turns with that rudder. I'm telling you, that thing turns super sharp.
And Farnsworth is still keeping themselves. You know, that's a tough way to go to have to start in lane 10.
I'll tell you what, that Warlock looks good with that new dress they got on her. That blue is really pretty. OC's running good this year too. I think they got some different motors in there. The rooster tail's way smaller than it was with their old power. And
looking at Team Allied.
And here comes Allied.
Allied's heading out. They're running in third. 2 laps to go in Class 400. The Class 200 boats are out for their last lap of the day, with the Predator leading Batman by a slim margin. Here comes your.
This is Bullet. This is
Sweat Equity.
Sweat Equity, and I'm pretty sure the navigator is Angie Pierce, who's a local realtor who's putting her name on a bunch of boats down here.
I believe that's correct.
So she's getting a ride of a lifetime. She just posted the other day about her dunker passing.
Yeah, she was drawing cards with us last night for positioning for all 3 races. We actually drew cards this time for each race, so we already know our assigned positions for all 3 days.
Oh, so they're not changing them?
No, but we're going to change positions every day. We drew cards each day, so different starts, yeah.
And here's Simmons Marine, Jason Zalecki, and
Jim Simmons.
And Jason's from Lake of the Ozarks, so he's traveled a ways to be here.
And Simmons is from Michigan.
Simmons is from Michigan, so he's glad to get out of the cold weather.
This is like his 100th year to race Key West, I think, Jim Simmons. You count the stickers around his boat. He had to quit putting them on there. There's so many wins on that thing.
Yeah.
The guy's a legend, really.
Now we're looking at the, this is a boat that Manatee Marine put together in this 700. It's from, I think, United Arab Emirates, this H-Craft.
Yeah, that's that H-Craft. Those guys are building at Manatee. They've got those. They got some big center consoles. They're building a bunch of boats from H-Craft over there.
But the little narrow Bullet, the Nitra, is X Insurance with Cameron Turk.
Cameron Turk and Robert Bryant.
Robert Bryant out front in bracket 700. They were, and they won in Clearwater as well, so they're getting used to that boat.
Yeah, I believe that's a Velocity there.
Is that the Velocity or is that the Activator?
Yeah,
I can never
it's hard to tell them apart.
But all the statement boats are, they're representing well, you know, whole second generation crew there, basically.
They're beautiful boats, too.
Yeah, so your X Insurance Golf and Gator won the H-Craft in second. Then here come your Statement Marine boats, 3, 4, and 5. And 759, 742, and 747. Here comes Team Woody now kind of off the pace, and Allied.
That Woody boat's looking better every lap. They're getting it figured out in there.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 there, and then when Jackhammer running back in 5th overall in 700.
Simmons with a big lead.
Watching Simmons head back out with the Class 500 team trailing Sweat Equity.
Should be the last lap here. They should be coming back around.
Yeah, this should be it. Your 2 top boats
look at that.
overall.
Look at that.
Yep.
Batman and Predator.
Yeah, Predator will win here today in Class 200. Had an early challenge from Justice League and a late challenge from Batman Racing. But your US 1 national champion of bracket Class 200 dominant boat Predator wins here in Class.
Look at that. X Insurance got in front of 544 Freebird. I told you they get around those guys. They're not giving up easy, though.
That was off the camera, guys, but yes, we definitely had a lead change there in bracket Class 500 with 1 lap to go.
We got to get a camera in front of this booth. We're missing a lot of good racing coming through here.
There goes your bracket Class 700 boats heading back out on the southbound leg.
Uh-oh, they got around them on the backstretch. H-Craft got in front of the X Insurance, but they're fighting them hard on the screen right now.
Yep.
That's first, second place. They've been leading the whole race until just now, so Robert's not going to give up easy. He's good on the throttle.
And I think the H-Craft is just a bigger boat, so they're taking advantage of it where it gets a little bumpy out at turn 1.
Yep.
So we'll have to see if Robert can reel him back in, but don't forget, you could break out.
That's right.
Making that move. Here comes Predator and Batman, so they're still running.
So they're giving extra laps today, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
they're not giving them easy.
These are the official score sheets, but officially unofficial, potentially.
That's right. I can't even count laps on them in the boat. What am I trying to count laps over here for?
It's such a wonderful, nice day. It's a great day to take an extra lap.
This water is perfect for racing today. These cats later are going to be running as hard as they can out here.
Yeah.
We got a red flag on
we got a wreck. Turn 3.
In the harbor?
It is. They're all headed that way.
Can we get a camera down to the harbor, please?
Yeah, accident
Smoke
in
coming out of the
3,
helicopter.
We have a red flag here in the bracketed class racing, so racing is going to come to a halt at...
that was those Class 5 boats down there, I believe.
As these boats get to the turn. Simmons Marine now approaching that area.
All right, it looks like I just saw Freebird bobbing around upright, so Billy's got the binoculars out trying to see.
It looks like it's X Insurance. The boat's upright, but I don't see any helmets in the boat, the Class 5.
I see people climbing onto the back of the Fury rescue boat.
Yeah, that looks like they have 2 helmets there.
Yeah, it looks like they might have spun out and got kicked out, but the boat is not upside down. It's on the bottom, on the actual bottom surface of the boat.
It's upright.
Yeah, it's upright.
And looks like the Freebird guys are
Freebird guys are pulling one of them into their boat.
Yep, exactly.
Good job.
Fantastic.
That's some class right there. Stopped and helped them out.
Sportsmanship in action here. So it looked like the X Insurance boat might have spun out and thrown the...
Yeah, we're speculating at this point, but...
And one of them on the back of the rescue boat, one of them I think being pulled onto the Freebird.
Yep.
This will probably, just based on...
This will shut down the race, I would imagine.
Yeah, it'll shut it down, and we were almost 100% sure we were already done with bracket class 200, only a lap away from finishing in all of the other bracket classes.
Looks like they might have both got spun out down there. They got the Freebird tied to the rescue boat, and then the X Insurance is floating by itself.
We'll just have to wait for the officials to tell us how everything winds up.
Man.
Yeah. Oh, Mean Streak is under tow, but they're both in the boat. So
a lot of attrition here.
Those guys
and
that
the
turn.
unexpected.
And if you look at the speed that they're towing that boat at, that tells me that they're worried about something here. Oh, that's coming out of turn 2. For the Mean Streak boat, they're going to be coming right past us here.
Yeah.
Under tow, but usually when they're towing them that fast, Billy, isn't that an indicator?
Yeah, most likely they're taking on some water, or they're just trying to get them out of the way for the next race. You know, we're starting these back-to-back right now, so good thing there's no boats upside down. As long as everybody's okay, we'll help them work on that stuff and get it fixed. I got a trailer full of tools and parts over there.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is I remember years ago when it was mostly open cockpit boats, you were instructed to stop and render assistance anytime someone had a problem. Now with the canopies and everything, sometimes it's better to get out of the way and let the professionals get to them. But since these were all open cockpit boats, we'll just have to talk to the onboard crews to see what happened.
Well, while the weather has been great here today, and we had a quick start to the first race of the 3 days of racing for the 42nd annual Key West World Championships, a lot of these bracketed boats are breaking down and in the middle of the infield, and then an incident at turn number 2 with X Insurance and Freebird. Certainly some drivers in the water. Everybody has been rescued. 501. Some of the one of the cockpit crew are being attended to and on board the safety vessel, and we have quite a safety team here with Sean Steinert and his entire crew, over 15 individuals.
Is there anybody on the Freebird boat? If you look at the monitor, it looks like it's just floating down there in the corner. See that? Behind the Sweat Equity.
Yep. We also have Dr. Kelly Reed, who is here on station in Key West, and Dr. Mike Jansen is here as well. The noted racer and back and trauma surgeon, and a couple other medical professionals, surgeons and trauma specialists are going to be assisting this weekend in the final 2 days of racing in association with Dr. Jansen. So we're in a red flag situation. We certainly had bracket class 200 wrapped up here already, and the rest of the classes were a lap away. Simmons Marine with a lead from start to finish in 4:04. Team Woody Racing was in second. Allied Offshore was in third. The real story there is the Control Freak guys. Man, they have been dominant all year long, and for them to break down was unusual. They had won every race this year, and they were out early. Mark Robbins, Damon Murata. Fantastic year for those guys.
They had a green flag up, then they went to yellow, and by the time they threw the green again, Control Freak was already out with the hatch up.
Yeah, they
were
went
done.
fast. They had a fast start on that thing.
All right, the race has officially been called, and the
checkered
boats
flag.
as they placed at the last check boat that they went around will get the checkered flag and finish accordingly down the races in bracketed class. So, I mean, unofficially, we have the Predator number 1, Batman Race Team number 2, and OC Racing number 3. In bracket class 400, Simmons Marine 1, Team Woody 2, and Allied Offshore 3. In bracket 500, Gulf and Gator, X Insurance had come around in first, and Freebird had been in second, with the Bronx Phantom running in third place.
We're just going to have to see how that shakes out.
That is definitely something will have to be interpreted and get word from race officials here at Race World Offshore. The X Insurance Golf and Gator 700 boat had been in the lead with a lap to go. H-Craft in second, and the Statement Marine 759. These are all unofficial, and of course they're bracketed boats.
Yeah, so if anyone broke out, when they're bracketed, like for class 7, for example, they can't exceed 60 miles an hour. They turn in a GPS at the end of the